Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Clone Evolution. And I'm praying to God this is the first 1080 episode that I've made. I tried everything known to man, watching all the OBS tutorials, and I think I got it. I hope so. Guess really the only way to test is to see when YouTube accepts it and see if it'll label it as 1080 or not. Let's hope. Alright, let's check out the Bitcoin casino. We're at 38,715. Let's give it a roll. 38,730. Alright, big thanks to everyone who's helping with that. Means the world to me. Almost as much as getting this show in at 1080. Now, let's see how the recording goes. Hopefully it can fit on the hard drive. Not that 1080 all of a sudden makes it a gigantic file size, which it warned it would. Now we got lots of new news for the show. Man, I just got finished watching UFC, and man, was that the most disgusting fight I've ever seen in my life. Total gay cheese. That's how I would describe it. The gayest fucking cheesiest fight I've ever seen in my fucking life. No, I don't want to get too pissed off because, man, really, I don't care what happened with Gay Cheese and Khabib. I just wanted to see Tony fight Khabib. And that fight has been booked over and over again. Khabib always runs and runs away. And he managed to run away again, and this time he escaped, and who got the fight chance instead? Gay Cheese. Fuck, man. Like, I don't know, like, for a minute there, I was almost believing the hype. I'm like, everyone's like, oh, Justin Gaethje, he's got really good fucking wrestling. He can get up when anyone takes him down. When he fought fucking Khabib, did he try once to get up? Not even fucking once. I was like, dear God, if you're going to go on for weeks and weeks about his amazing ability to stand up, it's like, Khabib weighs 150 pounds. If you're an athlete and you're an adult, you should be able to bench press 150 pounds. Just throw him off you, roll out of there, do anything to get up. But did he? He just laid there like a bitch and took it. Couldn't fucking believe it, man. I don't know if he froze under the lights or what it was. Maybe he was injured. But what the fuck? He didn't even try once. And everyone's like, oh, Gaethje has amazing takedown defense. Did he stop any takedowns? No. He had this really weird stance where he came in there, he's like all hunched over. I was like, oh God, man, Tony would have just went in there and elbowed Khabib right in the face. But no, we had to watch Gaethje go in there and duck. It's like, fuck, man, that was a pathetic fight. I've never seen such, and the whole thing that bugs me the most about it is Khabib going on and on how he's the greatest fighter of all time. I'm like, okay, well then beat Tony. You know, Tony's the best fighter in your weight division. You haven't beat him once yet. So guess what? You're not the greatest. Tony is. Fuck. Can't believe that bullshit. Right, so Luna is saying that I need to talk more in the guild chat, and she also promoted me to guild officer, so I gotta use that guild chat more. Alright, yeah, so that's what Suki was saying too. Now I'm official in the guild. No need to create it. And I'll show you guys what that's all about. I don't want to talk about that Gay Cheese fight anymore. Dear God. That was so pathetic. It's like, it was like watching an amateur who'd never fought before go in there against Khabib. It was pathetic. It's like, I have never seen a worse fucking attempt at fighting Khabib. Like, even fucking McGregor could have done better than that. Oh God. And it was because I got my whole hopes hyped up by the fucking media. Never believe what the media says. Gay Cheese was a fluke. Any of the fights he won. He has 2 recent losses for a reason, because he fucking sucks. Not because he's fucking amazing and deserves a title shot. The only thing that really pisses me off was that whole COVID situation and Tony. If Tony didn't go in that crazy fucking weight cut, I don't know what happened to his brain, if he had COVID and they didn't detect it, but dear God, that was pathetic. The UFC should have just said, hey, Khabib ran away to Russia. Let's just wait until he gets back. But no, they had to put Tony in against someone completely bad fucking matchup for him. And then fucking ruin the entire best fight of the fucking century. Oh God, that was pathetic. Now, if Gay Cheese would have fought and actually, like, did okay, and actually tried to get up, or tried to get out of the submissions, he almost got caught in a fucking armbar. Like, how amateur is your game that you're getting caught in arm bars? It's like, God. Armbar is like fucking beginner martial arts. If you can't escape that, you should just fucking get a new career. Dear God, pathetic. Everyone's like, oh, give credit to Khabib. He didn't even make weight. The UFC fucking cheated. They showed the scale was still moving on the way up. They called 150 and got him off as quick as they could. Fucking lying pieces of shit. So that's why I'm thinking I still want to watch martial arts, but I'm never going to watch UFC again. I can't fucking stand the organization. You go in there and you watch like Bellator or fucking other organizations. They have good fights. None of this fucking bullshit. They got matchmakers who actually make good fights. You know what they would have done? They would have put Khabib and Tony versus each other. No, we got gay cheese. Fuck. The gayest fucking cheesiest fight I ever seen in my life. How I didn't see it coming. Oh man. Bought into the fucking gay cheese hype. Oh, sickening. Alright, so let's try to get back into the guild stuff. Holy shit, man, that really pissed me off. But the good thing about it is when after that, holy, there's a lot of chat in here. Alright, also check your chat window. Suki said promote someone as officer. I will beat you in a month, Joe. Watch me. Suki, you're so mean. It's not fair. I abandoned this account for a few months already. Leland, please help me with dealing with Suki. Hey everybody, we got the chat rocking. Alright, so nice, you got the guild chat going. Thanks for the promotion. That's what I put, and I'll remember to hit enter this time. Right, whew. No more UFC talk. I actually deleted all the UFC pages from my YouTube. I don't want to see anything to do with UFC ever again. How they screwed us over with not seeing Tony versus Khabib. That was the most and especially Khabib saying he's going to retire so he doesn't have to face Tony. What a fucking coward. If you look up coward in the dictionary, you see a big fucking picture of Khabib. Fucking run back to Russia, you coward. Fucking, he sees Tony, he runs like a fucking chicken. God, I can't stand him. And to have the nerve to say you're the greatest. It's like if he said, oh, I'm just an average fighter, I'm not really that good because I didn't beat Tony once, I'd be like, alright, Khabib, you got my vote of confidence. You're definitely not the best, I agree with you. Oh man, that was so pathetic. Alright, so yeah, I did the update for my FEMA cam so I could get my vlog series going again. It didn't fix any of the problems. So I messaged them and I'm like, hey guys, I gotta return this for repairs because it doesn't work at all anymore. Gimbal doesn't move at all when I press triple click. Battery doesn't hold the charge. Updates didn't fix anything. The firmware and all that shit. Now, I've got a record or an innate ability to buy electronics from Japan, or not Japan, from China. And man, they break the first time I use them. Every fucking time, or even usually before I use them. It'll already be broken. I don't know if it's like a quality issue. Every time I look up stuff, everyone's like, oh yeah, camera worked great for me for years. It's like, well, what the fuck? How come when I got it, it fucking broke the first time I used it? God, it was already broken when I tried charging it. It wouldn't fucking hold the charge properly. Oh well. Let's try to think of something positive. That guild news is sweet. I'll show you some of the good shit that came with it. Oh yeah, that's the other good news I got. I got 3 purple hero clones this episode. So maybe I better do that right away. Or if they cheese me. Oh, sick of Hitler for a sec. God, I pray for Hitler cloning every day. Not that Hitler. Come on, the game's Hitler. I'm evil, but not that evil. Maybe. I'm just joking. Man, oh man. No, I definitely have a dark side, but I'm not to the point of actually causing harm to people. As much as I love watching UFC, I learned early on that I could never punch someone in the face. Like every time I've gone to a street fight, I can never punch someone in the face. There's just something about that that just doesn't agree with my entire being. So yeah, you don't have to worry about me going violent or anything anytime soon. Speaking of, I just actually let a cricket out again today. The same thing, came up to me and it's like, hey man, can you let me out? Just started glancing up at me, so I'm like, fine. It's like, why do you guys keep coming in the house if you have to keep coming back to me? And the thing I'm thinking is, it's so cold outside, maybe he's coming in to warm up. Now, usually when I get in street fights, it's always just like a little bit of kicks to the legs, maybe a little bit of wrestling. Yeah, normally when it ends up is like me just holding the guy on the ground by the throat and saying, "Do you give up yet?" Man, oh man. Well, I'm pretty heavy, so in a lot of cases it's like just sitting on someone is enough to make them not be able to get up. Sort of like how Gaethje's couldn't get up when a 150-pound guy is on top of him. Dear God, a 150-pound guy was on me, I'd be like, one arm, throw him across the room. And I can make it down to his weight class, so it's like I really should. Nah, not one arm. It'd definitely take me 2 arms to throw someone across the room, but there's definitely no way a 150-pound person is going to sit on me and be able to hold me down. That'd be hilarious. Now, I've actually had people get the full mount on me a few times, and it's like every time I just like twist my hips and their fucking body just flips and rolls. Because why? Because they don't weigh enough, not for my hips to throw them. I don't know, my hips are really strong, I guess. I don't know where that came from. I don't think I've ever done hip exercises, if such a thing exists. Yes, some people have natural abilities for wrestling. Well, I think what it is, yeah, I did take a lot of wrestling classes when I was younger. I won a bronze medal and was at Olympic-style wrestling. But I never made it to the high school level. That was just the elementary school stuff. I don't know, I did a little bit of wrestling in high school, but I was the partying type, so I wasn't signing up for like wrestling classes and trying to turn pro as a wrestler. But I guess maybe that's probably where I got the ability to just throw people off me if they try to sit on top of me. The only time I ever had trouble with that is when someone weighed double my weight. And then I was like, okay, this is a little bit more challenging now. No, one time I got to wrestle a murderer in high school, but he wasn't a murderer yet at that point. Now, to be honest, I don't really think he was a murderer. I think he got framed for it. Now, I felt bad for the guy. I didn't even find out that... Like, we used to play cards. What was that game? Asshole? I don't know if you guys ever played that in school. So we played it every day at lunch for our entire high school, basically. Until I started, like, bagging lots of classes. I didn't even bother going to lunch. Yeah, but so for the first few years, I was playing cards with him every day. And for some reason, I kind of noticed he was a little bit slow because, like, a lot of times I was thinking, man, I don't really think I'm getting the best cards every time. How come you never win? And then later I found out in his court case, it was revealed that he was actually had a learning disability and he wasn't able to read. So I was like, holy shit, man, that must have been really embarrassing. I can't believe he managed to keep it a secret the whole time, too. I've known actually quite a few people that can't read. I'm surprised. Not to make fun of it or anything, I've got learning disabilities when it comes to reading music. For some reason, I got taught that over and over and over again. I still can't make heads or tails of even one line. So I can sort of relate. There's some things people learn easier than others. So that's what I was thinking when that whole court case came up and he got framed or convicted as the mastermind of this murderer scheme. I was like, the mastermind? It's like he couldn't read. It's like, not to make fun of people that can't read, but he was like slow at a lot of things. Like cards he couldn't win at, couldn't read. I was like, man, who is his lawyer? It's like, God, show the judge his fucking intelligence level. He's not the mastermind planning murderers. No, what happened is this guy, Ron, or I shouldn't even say his name, Jim. It's like I think he had a smoking hot babe girlfriend. And she was like really wealthy, like super wealthy. I think like lawyer wealthy, right? And then what happened was, I don't know how, but he got hooked up with gypsies. And it's like, how that happened, I have no idea, right? But anyways, one of the gypsies fucking scammed him. Where they made him believe that like he fell in love with a gypsy even though he was married. So I was like, holy fuck, man. I'm pretty sure the gypsies were involved in the murder and not Ron, right? Well, I think Ron was obviously involved with it, but he wasn't like the mastermind of it, right? He shouldn't have been the guy going to face the harshest sentence there. Yeah, so what happened is the gypsies ended up murdering his wife. Like in cold blood, like she was standing at I don't even want to give the details, too much information, but yeah, it was a bad murder, right in broad daylight, one of the nicest parts of our city. So I was like, holy fuck, man, those gypsies are fucking hardcore, right? They'll fucking murder people for money like it's nothing. But anyways, I'm sure all gypsies aren't like that. I know, like, who is it? One of my favorite boxers, he's the king of the gypsies, but man, I definitely wouldn't trust a gypsy as far as I could throw him. After just like knowing the experiences of them murdering people. Yeah, so anyways, when gym class came up in grade 9, I got a chance to wrestle him, Jim. Man, he was like double my weight. It's like I weighed like 140 pounds and he was like, yeah, I think he was like 240. So I was like, holy fuck, what a weight difference. No, when he got on top of me, I almost won the match. Because guess what happened? When he was rolling over me, like trying to submit me, he couldn't submit me, because I knew all the different techniques to get out of every submission. It's like arm bars, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way I'm tapping to that. Fucking neck crank, that's like pity shit. Headlocks or any of that, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Unless you're a sissy, you're not gonna fucking tap out to a headlock. Basic technique, like even like 5-year-old education or grade 5 education could learn how to get out of that shit. But anyways, yeah, so he got frustrated that he couldn't tap me at all, so he started body slamming me, and then while I was stuck under him, he body slammed me in this one shape, and it fucking squeezed all the gas I had built up in my stomach, and I let out the hugest epic fart, and it just went right to his face. Everyone in the gym class was watching this match because it was like a stalemate that kept going on forever. Everyone's like, come on, Ron, finish him. He's like half your size. Or Jim. Yeah, so then Jim was like, man, I can't continue this match. The smell is unbearable. So then the teacher just called it off as a stalemate. And that was the end of my wrestling career in high school. But hey, at least he never tapped me out. That's how I look at it. That's how I'm a little bit critical of when I watch MMA and stuff, because I actually do have a little bit of a background in how to escape these moves, and a lot of it is just brain power, right? Like, you don't have to be the strongest, you don't have to be the fastest. You didn't even have to train the most. Really, you just got to outsmart the guy and do the moves to counter his. So I guess I should give Khabib credit for that. It's like he does seem to have the high IQ that anytime Gaethje's had some fucked up moves, it's like it was easy to beat him. He didn't have any counter moves for any of his shit. It was pathetic. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is maybe Gaethje's blew out his knee or something just before the match in training, and he didn't want to cheese out and just throw the match and say, sorry, I can't fight, so maybe he fought injured. It's the only thing I can think of. Why else would he not try to get up? Or why would he not try to get out of the submissions? All he had to do is roll, get up, walk the wall. It's like his back was even on the cage. But he just laid there. I was thinking, did he pay him to take a dive? So he just laid there? Is that what happened? Or injury? Or maybe froze under the lights? Because I noticed that happened to me in wrestling. My first big wrestling tournament, I froze under the lights once too. Where some guy submitted me in like 30 seconds. It was pathetic. But it was because I had a whole gym of people watching me. I never fought in front of people before, so it was like I didn't know how to react to it, and I just froze. Yeah, it's actually happened to me in a few street fights too, where it's like instead of attacking, I just block everything. So it's like almost like I freeze where I don't attack. So yeah, maybe that's what happened. I should cut him a little slack. I was just so looking forward to a good long fight where Khabib would be challenged, because apparently Justin had all these moves that could challenge him, but didn't use any of them. So maybe he had them, but who knows. Alright, so I kind of want to refresh this because a lot of this is total bullshit. I've seen enough bullshit for tonight. Fucking horse shit. Now, I'm going to be looking forward to not watching UFC for a while too. Because it's nice to break your addiction to sports. It's like breaking an addiction to everything. Once you get over the hump and it's not so bad, it's like you feel a lot better in the long run. It's just kind of sad that Sober October is coming to an end. I don't know, I might alternate and just do a month smoking weed and drinking my face off, and then switch back to a month of sobriety right after. Doesn't always have to be October. We'll see how things go. If my back injuries stay low. Fuck man, I even did 400 sit-ups today because I was like watching that UFC and had so much energy to burn. Got to the 300 sit-up mark, I was like, God, I didn't even feel that. It's like I should really do an extra 100 just because I got all the extra energy. Now, that's what it is. When I watch my favorite fighters lose, or even like just get riled up over a fight in general, it's like I get the Incredible Hulk thing going. Where it's like, man, my adrenaline just fuels my muscles, and it's like they all of a sudden don't feel pain. They don't feel any weakness from even endurance. It's like I gotta try that next time I'm jogging. Because man, jogging usually burns me out so bad, so I was trying to think of something I could do to improve it. Maybe I'll have to try that. I'll just remember that last fight. Man, I'll be able to finish that 2 kilometers without even fucking breaking a sweat. Man, oh man. Alright, so let's do some guild action. Oh yeah, we got the 3 purples. What are we at? Holy shit, 20 minutes in already. Man, I got so many purples going. Seems like a lot of lag going today too. Jeez, at this rate we're gonna have enough for 4. Now I guess Justin did deserve the title shot because he beat Tony, but man, that Tony fight, something was fishy with it. I don't know if... That's that thing I'm thinking, wonder is what's happened to the division. Like, Tony is like depleted his brain so bad that he's like making weight like a week earlier. So it's like that means that you're actually at that weight. You didn't do a weight cut. And if you're not doing a weight cut to make your division's weight, then you should be in a lower weight and then do a weight cut. But he looked so skinny, he was anorexic. So it's like, has Tony developed like an eating disorder? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, even if Tony lost, it could be really bad. I just wanted to see that fight so bad. I think it was like over 10 years in the making, right? And UFC had it all lined up to happen, and bam. They wasted it by making Tony fight Justin. Idiots. Oh well, I bet you Dana White realizes the mistake he made now. Because they had the fight of the century lined up, and I can guarantee you no one's going to call that Justin fight the fight of the century. That was the most pathetic fight of this fucking century. And man, I feel bad for Justin. Hopefully he doesn't get all depressed after completely fucking blowing it. Like, why would he try nothing? The only thing I was thinking, like, he did do an interview where he said that his parents are still very poor, and that his dad had to work in a mine, and he wants to earn enough money for his mom to retire. So I was thinking maybe Khabib or someone in the camp offered him like $50 million to take a dive. So yeah, that's what maybe what happened there. So now his mom can retire. Because usually the UFC pays you jack shit. Even if you win, you're looking at 50 grand. That's only like enough to pay your medical bills most of the time. Yeah, so they get peanuts. So maybe he got paid to take a dive. I don't want to say for sure that's what it was, but if I had to bet on it, it's either got paid to take a dive, or he was injured, or he just froze under the lights. I don't know. Because he should have had some wrestling ability. Everyone kept saying he could get up. I'm like, okay, he's a wrestler. He knows how to get up. Didn't try it once. I was thinking maybe as a wrestler he'd have some sort of knowledge to get out of submissions. Couldn't get out of arm bars. Couldn't get out of headlocks. Couldn't get out of triangles. I was like, dear God, did you learn how to get out of any moves? Oh, and even his coach. Like, man, did you hear Justin's coach? He's like, slow down, slow down. I was like, why? He won the first round by going super fast. And I bet you they're going to say that was a Khabib won the first round. Justin landed every punch he threw. So it's like, and Khabib didn't land anything. So it's like, how would they give that round to Khabib? Because he was chasing him? That was a weird round to say that Khabib had won. But I think UFC maybe was just trying to hype him up as an amazing champ, and then maybe put him against George St. Pierre. Now, man, if Khabib beats George St. Pierre, and St. Pierre just lays there and doesn't try to get up like Justin did, then hats off to Khabib. Maybe he's doing something to prevent them from moving. I don't know if he has some sort of magic or uses the force or something. 150 pounds is not enough weight to keep an athlete off you. Like, even, yeah, like one arm, you should be almost be able to bench that. Like, yeah, like a pro athlete, like, man, they're like usually benching double their weight, right? Even more so. Like, even me, like, push-ups has never been one of my strengths, but I've never really had to use much push-up muscles to throw someone off of me. Usually I just twist my hips and then they go flying. Now, I think what it was too is when I was a kid growing up, my younger brother was always bigger and heavier than me. So if I was fighting him a lot, I was used to fighting bigger people and heavier people. Then when someone was my own weight or lighter, it almost seemed like I was fighting a kid. Yeah, like if I stood next to Khabib, I don't know how tall he is, but I could make his weight class, and I'm like almost 6'3". So I don't know if he would be really even consider the fight. You'd be like, holy shit, man, this guy's a fucking giant compared to me. And I wouldn't be going in there bone skinny either. Most of my weight is just in my gut. I think it is too that I have skinny legs. So having skinny legs makes you be able to have like a way lighter body weight compared to someone else your height that has thick legs. Although my legs have started to get a lot thicker ever since I started doing squats more. I figured I can't keep on balancing myself. I have to do squats. And I wasn't able to sit in office chairs anymore. When I got to a certain skinniness, I realized that my ass just hurt all the time. I couldn't sit down. I realized what it was. I had bony ass. I had to put on some muscle. Yeah, and I wanted to fill it out too, because I'm like, man, when you lose weight, you get a flabby ass. What better way, right? All right, here's all the guild stuff. Let's get off the bony ass conversations. Application, management, recruit, and guild mail. So that's kind of neat. I'll have to learn all these features, and now I can do videos about this. Maybe I'll make that the title. I definitely won't make the title Gay Cheese. Not that there's anything wrong with gay or cheese. Gay means happy, right? Right, so Suki is still the chief. No, I'm just kidding. I think I can take being second in command. Holy, look how many people are in our guild now, eh? Leland I subbed is still in. We gotta get rid of some of these guys that don't play anymore. make room for others. So anyone in the guild or anyone in the chat wants to give me advice, how do we boot out the players that haven't been in for like almost a year? Maybe it's under management? Oh yeah, so you can kick them. So I'm not going to start kicking anyone until I prove it with the chief, but we'll see, Chief. Do you mind if we clear out some people so more people can join the guild? Looks like a lot of people in the chat have been putting they want to join the guild that I'm in, or the chief of, or whatever, so I'm almost the chief. I have some good standings in the guild now, some more power. The power will make me corrupt. Just kidding. No, maybe that's what I should do for my dream for becoming a YouTuber. Once I become a popular enough YouTuber, I can do a wrestling match with someone. Maybe I can wrestle, what's his name? Logan Paul. Heard he's a good wrestler. He's definitely not a good boxer, that's for sure. No, maybe I should go for a boxing match against Logan Paul, but I'd have to get my skull tested to make sure I don't have any cracks still. Apparently cracked skulls are supposed to heal very evenly and quickly, but I don't know, I still get clicking noises, so it makes me wonder. Definitely don't want more concussion symptoms back. But unless it was for like $50 million, I'd be like, alright, I can handle another year of concussion. Nah, to be honest, I don't think I could. It would have to be like $1 billion. Maybe then I would. Ah, you son of a fuck whore. Alright, we'll be right back, everyone. Sorry for the fucking bullshit the game always gives me. Yeah, that was pretty funny. No, at least I seen a joke that got me into a more laughing mood. Now, it's a horrible joke, but I couldn't help but laugh with how funny it was. I couldn't help but share it either. Was it Canada has been spending all this money for like rapid test kits or whatever, and they bought them from China? So someone made a meme about it, and they're like, yeah, the rapid test kits from China arrived. And then it's a person opening a fortune cookie, and it says if you have the virus or not. I was thinking it was funny because that's about how accurate the tests seem these days. You have the virus and you have to do a test to know that if you have it or not. That's how deadly it is. You might not even notice it. Well, I don't want to make fun of it. Some of my viewers were telling me that they actually had the virus. I'm not allowed to say. And then it was pretty bad, but they think that it was worse because they believed all the fear in the media that they were going to die. And I was thinking, yeah, when I had the food poisoning thing, I kept thinking I had the virus too and that I was going to die. And then it made it seem so much worse. It's that whole belief thing, right? Like if you believe you're dying, it's like, it's a hard thing to overcome. No, who is it? My brother's boyfriend is from China, and he's telling us, yeah, the food that we have here that's called Chinese food isn't actually what they eat in China. I don't think they have the fortune cookies. Well, maybe they do, I could be wrong, but probably not. It's like, what was it, like, we always think that Mexicans are eating burritos, or was it nachos or something? And then someone was telling me, it's like, no, they don't actually eat that in Mexico. It's like, Americans tend to always fuck shit up. We Americanize other cultures and make their own culture into ours. Yeah, that's the one thing that's cool about America. It's like we can adapt any culture into ours. That's one advantage, I guess, to multiculturalism. Or one of many. Hot babes, too, from all over the world. Alright, gotta get my mind out of the gutter. Holy shit. Man, did I ever try a stupid idea? I seen this really cool invention on, was it YouTube, where someone put weed in it that was dry, had some leaves sticking out. They turned it in this tumbler machine, and then it came out, and the nug was all rounded like it had been in a stone tumbler, and all the leaf was gone off of it. So I was like, man, that's a great invention. I want to get it. And then some guy put in the chat, he's like, oh, I just bought a salad spinner, and it works the same. So I'm like, sweet, I'll order a salad spinner. Got it? Didn't work at all. It's like, I don't know why I believed some random comment on YouTube, right? I should have realized that was a really dumb thing to buy. Well, maybe I'll try using it a different way. I was thinking when I spun the salad spinner, all of the weed just spun out to the edges and then stopped moving. So how is it going to tumble? So maybe I got to turn the salad spinner on its side and then turn it. Because then it would cause gravity to always be making it fall and hit the thing. So yeah, so maybe I'll try that. Maybe that YouTube guy wasn't just completely fucking with me. Yeah, so it's good to get some good jokes in. Let's do let's do the bright idea, and then we'll get to the 3 purple clones. Today's 1080 show is brought to you by Crack. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Woo! I'll have to fix the scene. You can see under me. You're not supposed to see that. I'll have to do some adjusting. I think how I managed to fix OBS, they said you have to put the canvas size big enough to be enough pixels for it to record as 1080. So if you have like a 720 resolution setting for your monitor, it's going to record that. So I was like, okay, try turning up the settings, and now I had to rescale everything. You can see I got these black bars at the top and bottom, but hopefully it works. Right, so let's do the purple draws, shall we? Every time I say to do something, I always get sidetracked, right? Speaking of sidetracked, I was watching Joe Rogan's show today, and he had Kanye West. I've always liked Kanye because he always seemed like he's not the same as everyone, and I kind of hate it when everyone's the same. Alright, so we got 170. Let's hope we don't get all the same clones. No, the same again. They gave me Lady Lightholder last time. Fuck. Why do they keep giving me her? Is she required to make something? I know she's hot and all. Hanzo, don't need him. I need Crime Fighter, guys. Come on, Crime Fighter. How much do I gotta beg here? Oh, the same. I jinxed it, eh? God, I got all these Lady Lightholders. What am I gonna do with them? Make another gold version of her? I already have her gold. Why is the game torturing me like this? Come on, game. I was hoping for some goodness. Maybe there's some sort of like clone that needs a whole bunch of Lady Lightholders, and I'll actually be happy. I just don't know it yet. Yeah, so anyways, Kanye West was on the show, and he was talking about a lot of his ideas, and he gets onto the same tangents I do. So that's why I don't really mind him. I know some people probably find that really annoying when someone's talking, and like he described it as being, what was it, like Mario or something? He jumps from one platform to the other. He can never really stay on one topic for too long. Yeah, and then Joe Rogan grilled him a little bit about why he was taken into mental institutions and drugged up, what kind of drugs they gave him, and what he was diagnosed with. I think they said he had bipolar or something. So I don't know how true that is, or I don't know. I think I know some people that are bipolar, and I don't really notice any problems with them, so it seems like a weird diagnosis. I know Tom Cruise in his Scientology things, they always talk about how all these psychiatrists are diagnosing people with stuff and they're just making it up. People really don't have it, and they're just trying to sell the medications. So I don't know. I think it's a happy medium there somewhere. I'm sure some people actually do have bipolar, but maybe a lot of people do get grouped into it that don't actually have it. Man, I was getting my ass whooped every time in this last time, so I'm just playing someone easier, so I don't freak out today. I've already had enough freakouts the last one episode. Now, I like Kanye's talking because a lot of cases he's like, man, we need a president who's not just going to say change, but actually has ideas for change. And when he was talking about his ideas for change, I was like, holy shit, he does have a lot of good ideas. Like, he even knew about the whole battle between Edison and Tesla. And I was like, shit, man, I talk about that all the time. So I was like, man, if I was hanging out with Kanye West, we would have a good conversation. I can guarantee it. Yeah, then he was talking about how Edison tried to remodel our entire society to use his really shitty battery technology. And he knew that that was a mistake. And he was like, yeah, we could be using wireless electricity. We don't need any batteries. Batteries are for people that want to exploit you for money. Yeah. Hence why I have that one show I'm going to come out with, why I think Elon, I don't know if he knows it, but he's acting a lot like the reincarnation of Thomas Edison. Especially the way he took Tesla's name, found a company that was doing it, bought it, and then twisted them to start selling batteries, the thing that Tesla was the most against. It'd be kind of like if you knew a really popular vegan, and after they died, you seen their name on a product, and you're like, hey, I'm going to buy that company that's known for veganism, and then make them sell only meat. That's basically what Elon did with Tesla. That's a good analogy for it. My attack chances have run out. Have they? I didn't... Well, yeah, maybe I used it before, and then the game crashed. That's probably why I don't remember. I swear that's why. I wish I had weed to blame still. It's one thing I'm looking forward to Sober October ending. At least I'll have a crutch where every time something bad happens, I can blame it on weed. The good old victimhood. I always say not to get into it, but man, drug use and victimhood go hand in hand. Alright, so I think what's her name is going to win. Yeah, it's a shame. I was really looking forward to getting a purple hero that I could use. I can't believe they gave me all garbage. Well, can't say I shouldn't believe it. I even called it. I'm like, they're going to give me the same thing, and then they did. 3 of that fucking chick in a row. Where did I get her before? Yeah, when I was doing those 10 brown scroll draws. I guess I'll check the Darwin Bank when the show's over maybe, and I'll see if maybe there's some sort of cloning that I probably didn't notice. It's like the Chinese farmer. Something good is going to come out of it, I just haven't seen it yet. Fuck you, I lost. Piece of garbage. Ugh. Now, I shouldn't be tired, man. I just had a nap. Now, I took a half-hour nap while I was listening to Joe Rogan's show, just before I started recording. Now, and then Kanye, the only thing I really didn't like about how Kanye did this election thing is he didn't get on the ballot everywhere. So I want to bet on him to win, but I don't know, like, for the amount of places that he's on the ballot, mathematically, is it even possible? And how many people actually hate Kanye where they wouldn't vote for him? But then again, everyone who hated Trump voted for him because they wanted to make fun of him. There's a victory. Take that. See, all I had to do is a little strategy. Use my brain instead of bitching. Yeah, I sure hope this 1080 show works. Now I've got I don't know if I told you guys, but I upgraded my computer hard drive. Well, I ordered a bigger one. Hopefully the installation goes okay. Not that I break my computer. If I had to guess, I'm going to break my computer. No, but I got a 10 terabyte solid state. Apparently it's solid state. It says it on the package. I'm like, when I check the speeds of it, I'm like, how come it's regular speeds? Maybe I was just thinking because it's so big. I don't know, what happens when you order a product from Amazon and it's not what it says it is? Can you just ask for a refund? Like, hey guys, you sold me a regular hard drive and called it solid state. The only thing I was thinking, some people said there's hybrid solid state hard drives. So I was thinking maybe that's what it is. It's not really solid state, but some way they managed to make it count as one still. Some technical issue. Yeah, and thanks everyone who's joined the guild recently. Appreciate it, you guys. And sorry for everyone who's a big Khabib fan. I really don't even hate Khabib. When I first started watching him and he was an underdog, I used to love him. I'm like, oh, these Russian fighters are always usually good. They should stop bashing them. But as soon as he started going on this long winning streak and fighting a whole bunch of nobodies and started calling himself the greatest of all time. It's like, even if he was beating good fighters, as soon as you start calling yourself the greatest of all time, that's when I'll turn on you. Because I always cheer for the underdogs. That's why I was hoping to vote for Biden this year, but I can't believe Biden's the favorite. I was like, what? You gotta be kidding. How is Trump still the underdog? I guess I still have to cheer for Trump, but it seems so weird. I thought he was the favorite by now. No, if I really had to pick who I would make the president, I would make Kanye president. Oh, he won me over in that Rogan interview, and I even liked him before that. But, oh yeah, he even started talking about Da Vinci and stuff. I was like, oh, right, so he's into Tesla, he's into Da Vinci. This is the kind of guys that I usually like to have conversations with. But it's weird, because I don't think I've ever really, except for Billy Carson, he was the only person I talked to like that before. Really wish I wasn't so fucking... Well, actually, that was during my bout of sobriety, so I can't blame weed for that interview. No, that was weird. One time I got into a bout of sobriety, and next thing I knew, my podcast had exploded so huge. I had some of the biggest celebrities on my show. People from, like, fucking... What was that TV show? The Vikings. Had the fucking NBA's fucking women's and head coach. Like, I think the Olympic team's head coach I had on the freaking show. It's like, can you imagine? How the hell? Sobriety is pretty dangerous, man. Be careful. Can make you way too ambitious. In retrospect, I wish I would have known more before I interviewed Billy Carson, but yeah, I guess you can't really fucking know everything, so sometimes you gotta make mistakes to learn from them. I really even shouldn't call it a mistake. Like, a lot of people like that video. Forget, it was one of the only ones that I had that went over 10,000 views. Man, Billy Carson, you type his name into YouTube, he's done so much amazing shit. He's like Kanye in a way, like he's an innovator. He's developed certain apps. He developed an app to track, what was it, college athletes, so all the scouts could use it. And then, yeah, once the scouts started using his app, it just fucking exploded. And he made a lot of money. Now, people hate on him, too. Same with, like, Kanye, but I try never to hate on people. Unless they're, like, really arrogant and successful. Well, even not successful and arrogant. Sometimes I don't mind that either, but I guess when you start making the claim that you're the greatest ever, then I'll start cheering for anyone who's an underdog, so that really isn't going to mesh well with me. Oh, yeah, the flowers. Nah, that meme is still making me laugh. It's like I'm thinking, even even the lockdown isn't that bad anymore, because I'm starting to learn to laugh at it instead of just getting mad all the time. I think it's just the isolation that pisses me off the most. Going through 2 years of isolation and then right into a fucking pandemic. Or a lockdown, I should call it. I don't even really consider it a pandemic because hardly anyone even died. It's like, sure, lots of people died, but compared to a normal year, it's actually even less. So it's like, what the fuck? Where are we going on in this being a fucking pandemic for? I always figured a pandemic meant like over 1 million people were going to die. I didn't think like a couple 100,000 would actually classify as a pandemic. Oh well. Not that I wanted millions to die. I laugh at the end, probably didn't help convince you. Yeah, I gotta stop laughing to relieve stress. It doesn't work in all situations. Makes you look very, very evil. Millions of dead. Ha 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 ha. Oh man, yeah, the weight loss goal was so close today. I think I made it to 202 or 0.2. So I was like, holy fuck, 0.2 off, almost reached the goal. I was thinking, man, I could just not eat for the rest of the day, but I've been burning so many calories working out, and I was already getting a little bit lightheaded, so I was like, fuck man, I don't want to get into starving myself to try to lose weight. I gotta try to balance it a little bit. sometimes, yeah, those rapid weight cuts work, but what's the toll? I don't want to damage my memory any worse than I already have. Go figure, as I'm going to start vaping and drinking my face off soon. 8 days. No, technically, what is it, 7 days to the 31st? Oh yeah, the 4th, 8th, so it's 9 days still for me. Which is good. I got about at least a week's worth of shit I want to get done before I start getting hammered all the time. You know, I was getting really down in the dumps about my vlogging camera breaking, but I was thinking maybe it's like the creator telling me a sign that I always want to try to do stuff excessive amounts. Like when I do vlogging or gaming, you notice how I do like a show every day, which is kind of like an excessive amount. Then when it comes to my Entropia show, I do an episode every day, which is like an excessive amount. So I was like, man, I really got to get out of this excessive amount. So maybe that's what the creator was telling me. He's like, man, I'm going to break your camera after the first one just to teach you a lesson. So it's like you stop making excessive amounts of everything. Go for more quality over quantity with the vlogging series. I think that's what I should take from it. And I was thinking too, I was already getting the urge to just do daily vlogs. Yeah, so maybe I'll make the vlogs like once a week, or not even make an actual amount goal. I'll just keep it a quality vlog. Which my vlog for Sacred Heart still keeps going up in views. It's going to be coming close to 400 soon. And I find that really strange, because normally YouTube will just take away all my views. Like I'll get videos that reach 500 in a week, no problem. Then I'll check in a few days and YouTube will have taken all the views away. And I found out, they said they got this algorithm that calculates how long the people watched your video. And if they just logged on for like 10 seconds and then liked it and closed it, then they'll take those views away. So I was like, maybe that's what happened. Bunch of people logged in. Oh yeah, they didn't like it, watched it for 10 seconds, and then closed it, so then it doesn't count as a view. I miss the old days of YouTube when it's just like if anyone clicked it even for a second, you got a view out of it. It was made it more easier to track how many people actually opened your video. Man, where did I waste all today's time? I was hoping to do the bounty hunter thing. Got no time. Maybe I'll just do a bounty hunter episode right after, so that I can have some extra time to do other shit tomorrow. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Some of the commenters in the Facebook group who commented to my video. It's another guy that does clone evolution videos, so make sure you check out his stuff too. I'm going to try to get him on the show as a guest, but it's probably going to take some time. I keep saying that I'm going to have guests ready, but I want the show to be ready, technically ready. Like I'll get all the glitches and technical problems worked out. And if I get these to record in 1080, that'll be a big step, because I'll be like, alright, now we got some progress to report. I can tell these guys that I'm ready. No, someone was just commenting, oh fuck, and I closed it. Someone was, I got sidetracked. Fucking son of a bitch. Now they were talking about how easily Justin just got stuck in a triangle and didn't do anything. I was like, yeah, it's like, why didn't he pick him up and slam him or something? It's like you're talking all this shit that you could get out of moves and he didn't even try anything. Not one thing did he try. Pathetic. Well, hopefully he got a good payday out of it. Maybe he got paid to take a dive and they took like 20 million in the bank or something. He definitely earned that much. Alright, so let's bring up the clone evolution comments. Holy shit, so many comments today I can't even find it. It's probably right in front of me and I don't see it, is what it is. It's fucking not there. You gotta be kidding me. So I gotta look it up manually. Normally it has like that list of notifications. I'm like, oh, I'll just look to the notifications list where the guy, where I got notified that he commented. No, it's gone. Alright, so I'll read over the comments that we had. Yeah, so what I was putting in the title of my video for Facebook. Yeah, I guess this will be the questions that wrap up the show. I'm not even going to finish this. Finishing quick is supposed to be my specialty, but man, do I ever finish quick. Never. Alright, so I put, has anyone seen the Halloween event yet? I've seen ads for it, but I can't find it in the event list. So, Matthew, he also does a stream for Clone Evolution. I haven't checked it out in a while. I think he's still doing episodes. So make sure you guys check out his show too. Maybe ask him if he wants to be on the show with me. I've been sending him messages, haven't heard back from him too much. Maybe he's busy, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so he said that the event for Halloween will start Thursday or Friday. Then I put, okay, cool. And then this guy, Patrick, put, probably starts with the casino event. The packs you can buy and such probably give you arrive on Thursday, while the actual event starts on Friday. So that's some interesting news. Then Michael put, some events start on Wednesdays, officially Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, that's when the game resets for me, is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I was wondering if it resets for everyone at that same time. I guess so, eh? Well, depending what time zone you're in. But it still works out to the same or whatever, eh? Alright, so big shout out to everyone who's been leaving comments and such. I think my last video was pretty dead for comments on the video itself, but I'll check, and I'll try to pause the fucking audio so I don't have audio going over. Oh no, we do have 3 comments. Holy shit, 19 comments in the other video. So yeah, sorry guys, I don't have time to read all 19 comments. We're almost at the end of the show here. Alright, so I can read the video comments without opening the video. Alright, so Logan put a comment, and he put, I don't understand why you have VIP 4 and get lots of gems daily, while I only have VIP 1 and have 8k gems. So I think he's asking, like, why do I have such few gems if I'm VIP 4? And I don't know if he was watching the episodes, but I'll explain it in detail here. Because yeah, I couldn't believe how many gems it took. So where all my gems went is I had over 10,000 of them, and then the tavern event came up. And during the tavern event, you always have to beat purple missions. So in order to keep changing everything purple, I had to constantly keep hitting this refresh button, and it burned through 10,000 gems just to complete the tavern mission. I probably could have got away with using less if I was more patient, but yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, so definitely a good comment there, I appreciate that one. Yeah, let's just put them right on the screen, why not? Show's basically over. Alright, Wizard the Board Time Lord. He put, I wonder what the Halloween what the Halloween event will be. I hope it's cool. I think they should add a wish request to the clone bank. Could help in getting characters you need to upgrade. Yeah, that would be sweet. Hopefully developers listen to him. Right, and James Mitchell. He's putting virtual chat girls online. I was thinking, yeah, that's a good comment, James. The way the lockdown's going, the only girls in my future are virtual. Or women. I don't have any girls in my future. Better not. I'll be going to jail. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, definitely not into girls that young. Now, these days I try to put a limit at 25 and older. I know a lot of guys will say like 18 or whatever is legal in their country, but it seems a little bit too weird for me now. Now, the only time I was really addicted to dating younger women is when I still wanted to have kids. But then when I reached the point where I was like, oh fuck, it's already too late for me to have kids, I'm like, alright, now I can date women my own age. It doesn't really matter how old they are. It's not like I need them to pop out babies anymore. Now, in retrospect, I'm probably pretty lucky because I love having free time, and you probably won't have much free time having kids, right? Ooh, she's offering to make me the chief. Should I take the chief role? Yeah, I guess I might as well. I wonder, how did Suki become the chief? I thought she was one of the recent people to join. I could have swore it was Benji was like the oldest person in our guild. Or no, I guess it was Suki the whole time, maybe, right? How about I try the level I'm at now for a week? Alright, so, yeah, people wanted a guild name. I don't want to make it my name because that's really cheese. I think another one of the viewers put it, and I'll have to check the chat. I was thinking finishing quick was what he wanted to call it. That would be kind of funny, I guess. Yeah, does anyone else have any ideas for the guild name? Put it in the chat. It'd be kind of neat to have it something related to my show, but it doesn't have to be. Right, oh yeah, so that's the time that all we have for today. I'll try to keep the daily grind episodes coming, guys. I really appreciate you, everyone who's in the guild, all my friends, and all the viewers. Everyone kicks ass. And for everyone that loves Khabib, don't worry. I don't hate on Khabib. I just wanted a good fight tonight. I was just very disappointed that it was such a one-sided fight. I'm pretty sure if Tony Ferguson was in that fight, when Khabib started running at him like that, you know what Tony would have been doing? Fucking uppercut elbows right to his face and just cut the shit out of him. So it's like, did Justin try that? No, he tried some haymaker roundhouse punches. Well, let's don't finish on that. Dear God. Alright, so yeah, I hope everyone has a good weekend and no one gets too upset about the UFC like me. You shouldn't do it. I'll give you an ulcer, I swear. Alright, yeah, I'll have to adjust this screen next too, I guess. Make the ass bigger. I like big butts. Anyways, Patreon, if you want to help out with that, Society 6 would be cool too. Swag boxes gets you the discount shopping online, 1 to 5% off plus the get discount codes that can find you. GameKit, pay to be a gamer. Entropia Partners will also pay to be a gamer if you want to try that out. And they have some good surveys to pay out. The only thing with Entropia Partners, I don't know how many cash out methods they have, but they also have one that gets it into Entropia, and that's the other game I play. And it's a real cash economy, so any money you have in Entropia, you can withdraw into your bank account. So it might be a couple conversion fees involved, but hey, you can still get it through Entropia Partners and GameKit. Alright, so Hideout TV, that's the one that'll pay you to watch videos similar to YouTube, except the viewers and the creators get paid some of the ad revenue. Bitcoin's the free spins we did. Virtual Mate's the sex machine for adults and men only, but if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. Just kidding. No, really, we got the lockdown rule, so no wild sex dreams for any of us anytime soon until we get the control of our government back. And I really don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, so try to buckle up, everyone. Hopefully we can make it through it okay. I'm sure with clone evolution helping, we'll be good. Everyone without clone evolution, though, I wouldn't count on it. Oh yeah. If you happen to get any of those damn fragments, what did I get? How many of her? That nurse fragment. If you get some of her dress in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. If that doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. I really appreciate it. And just make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Worse than Gay Cheese life. I hope Gay Cheese feels better. Sorry to bash his performance, but oh god, what a letdown. And if any of the ladies are wondering, yeah, it's probably how it's going to work out. No, I'm just kidding. See you later. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Here's 3 things. See you later. And congrats to Khabib. He did well.